And let's take a look at the daily chart in particular, because we wanted Monday and Tuesday to be bullish and we got that. So now we need to re-examine what's the next likely move on the daily chart. So we have DXY. All right, let's see what we have here. That imbalance holding all these lows, doing exactly what we wanted to do. Price dipped into it, completely filled it in, and then we have a retracement here. So for this retracement, ideally we'd want to be looking at a lower time frame. So I'm going to this is going on YouTube. Once the link is sent in the public channel, the video will be posted on YouTube. Peek on H1 for a second. Okay. High is rated inside here. Everything is still inside this candle. All this imbalance here being rebalanced. Okay, cool. So I'd like to see lower prices, but time must align with the willingness of price to go lower. I'd be looking for them to take this and dive inside here. 1 sec. There we go. So let's just put that there because it looks neat. What? You're not seeing my screen? I don't believe that. So that's what I'm looking at for this guy here. I want to see some more willingness to go lower. There's a whole lot of things gonna happen today, especially today. We could see wild spikes. Today is a day where wild spikes should come in. So today is the day where we're gonna be slow to enter. Absolute textbook setups only. Nas, everything looking good. I like this high right here for drawn liquidity at 11.5. So now I'm looking at how we trading inside this gap right here. So we had Tuesday doing very nice things. Small imbalance right here. I want to see them trade and take Tuesday's low and then find maybe FEG on a lower time frame or an order block on a lower time frame that's below Tuesday's low. And I want to see 930 get crazy around there. So that's what I'm watching for. Gold should be trying to push. Gold longs today should be nice. AU, rejection block, staying above the rejection block inside this big down candle. I like that. So we just need to see willingness to move higher. Lower time frame should give you the market structure shift, and then everything else should be fine. Not looking at that. I like gold a lot because we had order block, liquidity inside the order block, taps it, and then it taps it again. This could be a large range day for gold. So lower time frame market structure shift inside here should be very nice, and then push price higher. That's what I want to see. So it's just a waiting game now. We're getting to silver. Silver is all the way down there. No worries, no worries. GU, beautiful as well. Liquidity, order block, validated, fair value. So we're resting on that order block high right here inside this imbalance. That's why we had it marked out. I want to see them back up inside here. I do not want to see this candle's low being taken. So for a very perfect setup, we'll just trade inside here on a low time frame and then push higher. That's the plan. You can't hear me? Really? Oh, someone said they couldn't hear me. This is again spoos. Really good stuff for spoos. Same idea. I want to see them trade inside or below this low, Tuesday's low, and then push higher. Internal to external vibes. That's what I want to see. Rejection block already did what it's supposed to do. We have a nice order block created here. We have the high of the order block being traded through. So now retracements and higher. Nice and simple. If this, then that. Same idea here as well. Comes back down. Rejection block. Down candle at rejection block. We're back inside it. So this could, since it's already there, I'm expecting this to be the most volatile. EU setup should be good. UCAD. I remember last week we were talking about that 300 pip drop on UCAD. It was beautiful, but I didn't get it. Fumbling these days, being disciplined. But this is still trapped order flow. Order block. Order block. Stayed inside here. That's what I'm expecting. So we need a break. And the most likely direction for this break, to me, in my humble opinion, would be to run low, even if it's going to go higher. Sweep and then push. So that's the plan. I want to see this guy push and then here. Not touching this guy with a stick. And silver, pretty straightforward. Or order block, rejection block inside the order block, down candle. These liquidities should be the run, the target. So there's no setup on this time frame yet. Maybe there is on a lower time frame. We can see that silver's already taken Tuesday's low. So market structure shifts on a lower time frame should be visible if we look somewhere. But higher prices on silver. Your new cal sells already? Nice. Not time yet for me. I'm looking for them to sweep ranges now. This is the time where we sweep ranges and get market structure shifts. What's this? Oil. Back inside the order block, I'm still thinking higher prices on oil, but this delivery inside here is messed up. There's a huge gap inside here. So they could want to work that gap more before pushing. So yeah. So I'm going into the day with a bearish DXY bias. So lower time frames, I'll be looking for buy side liquidity runs, premium arrays. Yeah, everything reacts to equities open. So let's zoom out a tad bit on this. So this was that setup we were talking yesterday. Beautiful run. We saw the potential of price trading back up inside here. We got that. Now, there's no volatility drivers today. I'm sure. I didn't see any. But let me check one more time just to be on the safe side. Crude oil exchanges and roughly about nothing else. So again, when there's no volatility drivers and we're expecting the market to move, time plays a big part in when the volatility comes in. So since this is trading higher, we want to see it go lower. Again, we're looking for runs on buy side and premium arrays. Inside this setup right here, from here all the way down to here, we should be at or above 50%, ideally. There we go. So we're just at 50%. So now we have relatively equal highs at 50%. Maybe there's an order block inside here. I'm not sure if it tapped the order block, but I'd like to see maybe one more pass at this high and then we could go lower. That would be nice because this is an old volume imbalance right here. We've traded through it, traded back through it, accumulated, then we pushed out of it, and then it's coming back here. If they close above here, that should push this guy higher, and I don't want to see that. I just want to see them maybe take this high again and then lower, but this could be enough. This could be enough, but I like the idea of one more run on maybe these highs inside here. Maybe that's about 50% of the imbalance. I'm not sure. Well, I guess when we can just find out. Here. There we go. So perfect. We tapped exactly 50% of this imbalance. So again, this could be enough. I'm not saying it's enough, but I'd prefer seeing them take this and then push low. That's what I want to see. So now let's take a look at the other guys. How do you get your lines to draw so straight? What lines? Blue lines, black lines? Got to be specific. Black lines are an indicator, right? Right, this side. AU. All right, so AU, we're thinking longs, right? Weak DXY, so bullish AU. But where do we want to see the buying take place? So this was that last pool of liquidity right there. On MT4, just hold shift and drag the line. This is that last liquidity pool. No idea what these red lines are for. They're probably useless now, so I'm gonna take them off. I'll keep this on the big figure 625 just because it's a nice level. 625. Okay, cool. So we have the liquidity that was resting here being taken yesterday. This was the short we got. Beautiful, beautiful. Traded back up inside the order block and the imbalance right here, and then we traded low. So if this guy is going to push higher, where's the drawn liquidity? On this time frame, I don't see it. But if we take a look at the structure across the daily charts, we'll have, let me move this, and I'll show you. We'll have a huge down day right here. Price hasn't traded above the down day's high, but we're roughly accumulating around the 50%. So if this is a market maker model, we'd already have that smart money reversal, low risk buy. So this is potentially more reaccumulation. So if we're going to accumulate, what are we going to accumulate? I think we'd accumulate stops. So now we have a swing low here with a large wick. Tag the bodies for rejection block potentials. Nice. I'd want to see a down candle form here, or just take this low and then I'll go crazy. But for now, no setup, no trade. That's what we want to see. Let's see what's in the chat. How do we get your indicator? Do I use market maker models? I understand them. Let's say I understand them. So I say I use them a lot, but I understand them. So while I won't be looking for smart money reversals or all that good stuff, I understand what the fractal looks like. So if that makes sense. This candle right here, this wouldn't be an order block because it didn't close below the lows here, Ben. So for order block definition, it has to close below the liquidity. Once we don't close below the liquidity and there's a swing low, we look at the bodies for rejection block potentials. So this is a nice order block because it's at a rejection block. Down candle at a rejection block in an underlying bullish market. We took the high, we came back. That's a nice buy, back to premium. But where's the drawn liquidity? The setup itself doesn't mean a lot unless it's in line with the drawn liquidity. I think the drawn liquidity is higher here. I'd like to see them sweep this. It's 9:30. What's NAS doing? I want to see it run low. But yeah, for this, I want to see them clear the liquidity. So if I buy, I don't have to be worried about them taking liquidity against my position. So until then, allow that first 1 minute and that first 5 minute candle at 9 equities open to play out without you. That's where the chop usually happens. So now is a little bit more straightforward than anything else. We have relatively equal lows sitting right here at 50%, and then that 50% is fighting me out. But yeah, I'd love to see Tuesday's low get taken. Monday's low being taken opens a different ball game of sell-off that I don't think is necessary until we take the highs. I think the highs first, and then we could potentially think about selling off again. Could you treat M5 GU push? One sec, get into M5 to GU now in a bit. Lost my chain of thought, but this is the first M5 candle that equity is open. Usually, this is where most of the madness takes place. I still think the daily chart has a whole lot of work on the upside to do, but the market itself is underlying a bearish. And then today's Wednesday, so earnings coming out. So I'd like to see them Tuesday's low, create the high of the week, then create the low of the week. So I wouldn't be looking at this run as the low of the week. And I wouldn't be, it's not far-fetched to think that Monday's low is the low of the week, but I don't think the high of the week is intact yet. So down and then higher. Sweating. Those three swing lows have been taken out. Yeah. Well done. DXY weakness, okay, looking good. From UCAD standpoint, that's looking good. What is this doing? So we have our order block. Liquidity already taken. We have our dealing range. Upside target met. So these are no longer valid. So our dealing range would be from down here to that high. So it traded down to 50% of the dealing range sometime before today, roughly about 5:45 a.m. New York time. I don't see any liquidity being taken here besides this. I think the fact that we are at 50% here, this imbalance, I'm looking, let's see here, order block, displacement. All that highs, all of that open space to the highs, I think needs to get taken. So first thing is, I'd like to see this get run. I like to see this get run. Then market structure shift. Then we go long. What did NAS do? Still sitting, doing nothing. That's fine. It could be trading back to a premium and then pushing lower. Either way, I'm not interested unless it takes here. If it screams from here, then today is a no trade day and that's it. No FOMO. We don't FOMO. I'm going to take this off though, because we already have a line outlining 50%. Yeah. This is interesting. This is very interesting, but I don't think it's high prob. This idea looks interesting, but it's not high probability. But I'll take a look at it in a couple seconds. So lower prices targeting that low. Gold longs, by design. She's not on the call. I like to see gold longs by design, but somebody was showing me a gold trade this morning. I like swing lows here. There's the bodies, so tag closing price. Rejection block ideas, perfect, but I like when the rejection block has the down candle body there. So for me, just be nice and give me my order block at the rejection block, and then we could play. I'll potentially play all of this run to here, or maybe even here. Let's keep that in mind before I forget it. That's a downside impromptu analysis. If you don't mark it up, you just read the price action, you forget. The draw on liquidity for me is here, and then potentially this high. So high of the week vibes. This is gold, so the low of the week can be created here. And then we push. And then that would make NAS be a Monday low and a Thursday high of the week. Add that to your assignment. Oh, on gold, please point to the rejection block again. So in order to follow along, you need a definition. Remember, stick to the definition of a swing low. Price trades below the swing low, but does not close below the low here. Watch the bodies. So that's what I'm highlighting. The closing price of this candle extended out in time. So we wanted that 50% run on EU since yesterday. So that's interesting. It's very interesting now. Very interesting. Let me just take a look at this real quick here. Shift displacement. That's the lowest body. Premium end of this FEG looks quite ideal for a short. Premium end, not below. That would be very, very ideal. Okay, nothing yet. Low prob as expected. Not yet there, not yet there. Just talked about that. And GU for the culture, I guess. For the culture. Still want to see some willingness to trade inside this and rebalance it. You've noticed that I don't do charting on TradingView. I've never hidden the fact that I'm not a TradingView fan. It's a open fact. I don't like TradingView. And I learned trading through MT4. I stick to it. I entertain TradingView for the guys. That's it. No big definition or anything. I can use TradingView. Been a while since I did it on one of these calls. M15 for this guy to start. Notice I always start my analysis on the same time frame, and then I start stocking executions after, versus just pulling up a chart and then looking for an entry pattern immediately. The draw on liquidity is always king, so the analysis comes first. No one uses MT4 anymore? Wow. MT4 holding back your profitability. If you don't use MT4, then your profitability will elude you. Kidding. US 30, this is the fastest of the three indices. I've been considering trading this guy, but I think it's faster than NAS, like a lot faster than NAS. So not yet. Silver M15. No idea what any of these analyses are for. Day dividers below Tuesday's low. I like that. Do we have anything here that would suggest bullishness? I don't see that. Chat blowing up. What's going on? You do. Daily M15, M5, yeah. I'll check in a second. MT5 is fine. I have MT5 accounts. Yeah. I want to see what's over here below this. So that's what this was for. This was for a rejection block. No, it makes sense. Cool. So we have the rejection block here. Price trades down, respects it, didn't close below the low, trades above, all that good stuff. So I need to find the low of this candle, and the candle that closed below it by design would be this guy right there. Let's pull that over. There. Hopefully I got it right. Right on this candle low. So this is the candle right here. So we're playing around inside that candle here at the old low. So reclaimed ideas come to mind. But I don't trade silver, right? So what I want to see now is, do we have liquidity resting inside the range of this gray box? Once they take that, market structure shift should be nice. I'm seeing all these lows in here getting taken. Then the down candles that took the low, price trades above them. So this should be interesting for higher prices, and target should have been here. That's what I'd be looking for. So now let's get back to stalking. I want to see this guy push higher. Bam. Oh, look at you. Somebody somewhere caught it. You can change direction. Not surprised. Not surprised, yeah. Ideally, I wanted them to take this first before pushing higher, but if they push higher and take this and then tank, that's fine. That's fine. We're not FOMOing, we're not rushing into anything. And since the narrative has been set for everything on an M15, no, it should be permitted based on my rules to go to M5. Don't really think we need an M5 for this guy here. Timing is off. What time is it? It's 9:42, which means bam, 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 bam. Okay, cool. So let's go M5. Time frames M5. And let's tag the times that we know and love, meaning 8 o'clock. What's in the chat? AU longs, US 500. You scalp not short. Not surprised anymore, Nicholas. Not surprised. You're always catching them now. No trades yet, Tiff. So 8 o'clock. Where's my 8 o'clock? 1500. There. Zoom up. So we have lows, reversal. Yeah, we need this. We need this low. We need this low. I'm not sure if it's tradable. Nope, not interested. Less than 20 pips. That's it. No, not interested. And we need this. Let's go M5 so we could refine. Bam. A whole 50. That is a whole 50, Naz. So this is what I'm seeing. This candle low just got validated. Lower time frames are retracing inside that order block. M shows you 50% of this candle. Above here for shorts jumps out at me. 20 points. They have to be above this. I'll entertain a little bit of M1. Just a little bit of M1. All right, so we have taken the low and retracing now. I'd sell above this. Above this is nice for a sell, but I think that it could push deeper. But the target, the potential on this setup is good. The risk on this setup looks good. Let's put a line here. Let's find 20 points above that line. 20 points above that line is deep inside here. So if it trades above this, we'll try to get a 20-point SL in and target the lows. Should be about 50. If we get minimum here, taking the lows is 50. And if we get better, it should be about 80, 90, possibly 100, 80, but above that. So low, again, this is a lower time frame retracement. I don't want to see this candle's high push higher, and then I'll short that. Yeah, just push the button. I even don't, like the FEGs can be done as well, but that's fine. This highs. So what happens if price trades lower without giving me an entry? Then we find the drawn liquidity. We fade the run into the drawn liquidity. The drawn liquidity is down here. I'd be looking to fade that run if I missed the short. No chasing, no going inside here and then selling. If it wasn't a challenge, you could always sell inside here with the likelihood that you're likely to get stopped out and then you could enter again. But then that throws off the discipline that we're using. We're not chasing precision, we're chasing narrative and sticking to it. Gold, is it back below yet? Nope, not yet. So we didn't miss the gold move, right? It's not for sale. I'll send it to you. I got it for free. It's a gift, so sharing is caring. This is now looking 50-50 because if we're thinking NAS is going to drop lower first before giving us the entry, then it means this is going to drop first. If this drops first, what it will do, in my opinion, is create an order block down here, then a dealing range, taking this high into here, retrace, and then sky. So what I'd like is, if it doesn't get here and we retrace immediately, create the order block and the rebalance down here. So when it takes the high and everyone expects a retracement, there's no retracement and it just screams. Now it's going back for our entry. Yeah, I'm quite interested in this NAS short. Well, let's take a look at what we're getting. Not ready yet. This is going low. Fine, perfect. Leave it. Create me the order block, and then we could be friends. GU, same idea. Everything needs to get lower, so that bullish DXY narrative is coming in nicely. Needs to get there. NAS needs to. Well, it's not doing it. It's not doing it. We could trust the narrative, enter early, reduce positions, and open the stop, so the risk remains the same. But I think that they need to tap that, especially now. I think we need to move now. So one more spike up should be very ideal. I'm just sip a little bit of this hot chocolate.
Hey, I'm having the same thing.
Hey, Chaddy, what's up?
The hot chocolate busting, bro.
Yeah. It's a requirement for profitability. I'm kidding. Traders are way too serious. Need to relax. Yeah, NAS doesn't seem like it wants to give us the entry, but either way, we understand what we want to see. We want NAS higher. This is just framing the setup. This short was to get to the liquidity pool, and then we maybe would have bought it again, maybe. So if it gets to the liquidity pool without giving us the short entry, then we buy, and then we're fine. AU getting where we needed to get, but it's not clear. It's 50-50 now because it's at that old M15 rejection block, and the lows are here. Why come this close and leave them? Just get it over with. DXY, go get that high, baby. Go get that high. Where's the liquidity pool on NAS? M15 lows somewhere there. That's what I was thinking for NAS. Just adjust it. This is why the draw on liquidity is more important than the entry pattern. Somebody's probably trying to buy this here as an order block, but I'm trying to short this to here. On M1 we could have played, but again, we're not here to do that. UCAD flying. Again, everything that we want to see to set up the move is playing out. Take Tuesday's high, give him my order block, and we push. Gold, right where we think it would get back to. Nice. Shout out to Ash if you're in the chat. EU, yeah, go give us that order block that we want, EU. Go give us that order block and leave the high so we could get that long. We could potentially look at 40 points, 100 points, but we need this. We need this. Only concern is that we have a lot of liquidity resting from Monday, right? So I think higher and then crash, which is why for NAS, I'm saying I want the high of the week to be formed. NAS looks like it wants to give us what we want. On day 8, we should be using 0.5 today. All right, so wait. All right, let's shorten NAS no and 20-point stop. So 35, 111.35, and take profit coming in wherever that level was. I'm gonna put 11.050. 11.050. Bam. There we go. Now I'll leave that to simmer. And that should be that. What's in the chat? You can hear me. Is it moving? It's going to where we want it to go. All right, looking good, looking good. Need that to push. Don't think that's ready. And NAS needs to move, give us what we want. Let's take a look at something here. Put my stop on here so you could see it. 11.135 there. So that's my stop for NAS. There we go. So being realistic, my stop does look a little bit misplaced. But it is what it is. But
Yeah,
well, yeah. I used okay, Ed. Let me screenshot my MT4 and I'll post it in the chat. There we go. There we go. Are you happy, Ed? I think sometimes I forget that my NAS.
Oh man, I thought we was doing less, man. Fuck's sake.
Yeah, I think this is actually less because
All right.
depending on your contract size, if I get stopped out of this trade, I think I'm gonna lose $10, which means this is under leveraged, which on instincts means I could size up the risk or enter again, but why? I probably should though, to keep the risk in line with what I want it to be. And we should be risking about $20. So another entry. If I get another entry above there, I'll take it and put the same stop. So if we lose, we're all losing the same amount. So it's not, oh my God, you're cheating, like Ed said.
I don't sound like that, boy.
Oh, the blouse and skirt.
Gold. Somebody said something about gold. Yeah.